Subject EVS 1, Chapter number 2, The Interrelationships Between Living Things. An age-old tree with a thick, strong trunk gives deep, dark shade from the scorching sun, like an old man's beard with many strands. It has ropes for swinging from every branch. Which is this tree? The tree in the riddle is the banyan tree. It is also the national tree of India. Plants in our surroundings are useful to us in different ways. The names of some plants are given below. For what purpose do we use their leaves? Betel vine. The leaves of betel vine are eaten raw. The palm leaves eaten after a heavy lunch is the leaf of this vine. It is used to worship and religious festivals. The betel leaf has many medicinal properties. Next, the flame of the forest. The flame of the forest is a huge tall tree seen in jungles. Its dried leaves are used to make eating plates, also known as patravallis. The young leaves of pallas is used as a fodder for cattle. Fenugreek or methi leaves. Methi leaves are used for making different dishes such as methi parathas and methi vegetable. Vashaka or adulsha. Leaves and bark of Vashaka plant are used as a remedy for cough. Many cough syrups contain extracts of Vashaka plant. Curry leaf plant. Curry leaves are used for seasoning the food. They are added to different curries, vegetables and snacks for typical flavor. All the above 5 plants have medicinal properties. Using these leaves can help to keep health in good condition. The interrelationships between living things. The needs of all living things are fulfilled in their environment. We have many needs like food, water, air, clothes and shelter. All these needs are met in our surroundings. In fact, food, water and air are the needs of all living things. They are all fulfilled in the environment, but there are differences in the needs of each kind of living things. For example, the water that the mouse drinks in an entire day would not be enough for an elephant even at one time. Butterflies feed on nectar of flowers. Goats eat the shrubs. A sheep eats the leaves of shrubs. Fish live in water. Bulrushes grow in water. Can a lemon tree grow in water? Bulrush is a water plant, so it grows in water. Whereas lemon tree is not a water plant, so it does not grow in water. Let us prove this with the help of an experiment. Take 2 small boxes, label the box as box 1 and box 2. Fill them 3/4 with soil. Make the soil moist enough to sow seeds. Sow 2 sprouted moth or matki seeds in each box. Give 2 spoons of water to the soil of box 1 only once every day. Give 4 spoons of water to the other box 4 times a day. Do this for 6 days. What will you see? The plants in box 1 are growing well, but the plants in box 2 have begun to rot. What does this tell us? Why this so happened? Plants that are not aquatic plants cannot grow in marshy soil. If they get more water than they need, then they rot. Any type of living things will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. Let us take an example of a tiger. A tiger has stripes. A tiger lies in wait for its prey among tall grasses. Its prey cannot see it in the grass because of the stripes. There are animals like deer, the nilgai and the bison in grasslands. When the tiger is hungry, it can feed on them. For a tiger, there also needs to be a water hole nearby, which never dries up even in summer. There must also be dense vegetation, tall grasses or caves in hills or mountains in the area so that the tiger can find shelter. A tiger inhabits an area where all these things are available. Animals are our friends. We keep animals in order to satisfy some of our needs. They become dear to us, we look after them well. We feed them, we take them to the vet if they fall ill. These animals too return our affection. We get milk, meat, eggs and several other things from animals. Some animals are useful for carrying burdens or drawing carts. Domestic animals are also used to help with the heavy farm work in fields. Dogs guards our houses. Sheep gives us wool. Even the excreta of domestic animals is of use to human beings. The dung of cattle is made into dung cakes. They are combustible. They are used in some places as fuel. When they burn, they give out smoke. A combustible gas called gobar gas is also obtained from the cattle dung. That too is used as a fuel. It burns without smoke. Cattle dung is used for plastering mud houses. Manures made from cattle dung and sheep pellets are good for plants. Farmers use them for growing crops. Plants are our friends. Just as we need animals, we need plants too. Plants give us food, grains, vegetables and fruits. We love flowers too. We use them for many different purposes. We get flowers from plants. We also get cotton wool from plants to make cotton clothes. We grow plants that are useful to us. Methodically, we sow seeds. We make sure that they get water. We give manure when necessary. We spray pesticides if they are attacked by insects. Plants too give us abundantly. They satisfy all our needs. Other living things also get their food from the environment. For example, chameleons eat insects when they are hungry. Some snakes eat mice and frogs. Tigers eat deer. Goats and sheep eat leaves of plants. Cattle eats grass. Arboreal animals. This word comes from the Latin word arbor, which means tree. Arboreal means living in trees. Animals like monkeys and squirrels live on trees. It gives them certain advantage. Being at a height, they are better able to defend themselves from their enemies. Besides, they can eat the fruits of the trees to satisfy their hunger. Such animals are said to be arboreal. Unknowingly, they help the tree with whose support they live. As they move around here and there in the surrounding, they spread the seeds of the fruit they have eaten through their droppings. Because of this, new trees grow in different places. Some types of birds too find trees useful for building nests. An egret rides on a buffalo's back. When a buffalo is grazing in a grassy area, you are very likely to see an egret riding on its back. What could be the reason for that? A certain kind of egret feeds on different kinds of insects. Grass is full of all kinds of insects, but because they are hidden in the grass, the egret cannot see them and catch them. As the buffalo treads on the grass, it frightens the insects which fly out of the grass. The egret on the buffalo's back makes no mistake in swooping down to catch and eat them up. Seasonal changes in living things. We have 3 seasons: summer, the rainy season and winter. It is very hot in summer. We wear cotton clothes and drink plenty of water. In the rainy season, we use umbrellas or different kinds of raincoats and hoods to avoid getting wet in the rain. In winter, we wear woolen and other warm clothes to protect ourselves from the cold. Just as the 3 seasons affect us, they affect all other living things too. We see changes taking place in the living world every year, year after year. Winter in Maharashtra is also called the season of Pongal, that is, the falling of leaves. That is because many trees shed their leaves in winter. The coats of many furry animals become thicker in winter. This keeps them warm in the cold season. Such growth of hair is especially noticeable in animals like sheep and some types of goats and rabbits. The end of winter is also the time for the mango tree to start blossoming. These blossoms are called mohar in Marathi. At the close of the month of February, it becomes warmer by March. We begin to feel the heat. It's time for summer. In this season, many trees get new leaves. Forests appear to have taken on a copper color because these leaves are reddish and shiny while they are tender. Their color changes to green as the leaves grow bigger. The call of the koel is heard in many places. In summer, the market is full of mangoes, watermelons for us to buy. This is a season for these fruits. Although mango trees grow all over Maharashtra, the Konkan region is particularly famous for its mangoes. It is also the season for cashew nuts. The red-yellow cashew apples can be seen growing on the cashew trees on the hillsides in the Konkan region. In June, the black clouds make their appearance. The rainy season is a short way away. By this time, we begin to get jackfruits, jamuns, and the seeds of the grass and other plants lie scattered all over the ground. They sprout and start growing as soon as it begins to rain. It becomes green everywhere. This greenery is soothing after the hot summer months. Sometimes we can even see the rainbow with its 7 colors in the sky. As it becomes wet everywhere, frogs appear. We also hear the loud noise of frogs croaking all together. As the rainy season ends, it is time for winter to make a comeback. It gets colder and colder. This is not good for the frogs. They go deep under the ground for a long period of slumber, which lasts for 7 or 8 months. We depend on agriculture for food. The different seasons, summer, winter, and monsoon, are the time for doing different tasks in the fields. What we have learnt in this lesson: the needs of all living things are met in the environment. There are differences in the needs of different living things. Some arboreal animals like monkeys and squirrels live in trees and feed on them. Their droppings help trees to grow in new places. Some birds build their nest in trees. Each type of living thing thrives where all its needs are fulfilled. For example, tigers live in grasslands and aquatic plants live in water. Changes in season affect living things. In winter, trees shed leaves and animals' coats grow thicker. At the start of summer, trees get new leaves. In the rainy season, it becomes green all around. Frogs appear and crops grow in fields. Always remember, the environment changes with the seasons. Living things have to adapt themselves to those changes.